Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh. I still use books, CDs, and DVDs online on platforms like eBay and Amazon. That is what I do full time to support my family. Today, we are taking a deep dive into the category of dictionaries. Now, I buy and sell a lot of books, but dictionaries are not something that I buy and sell a lot of. In fact, I can probably count on one hand how many dictionary sales that I've ever had that I've been like very happy with. One in particular, I sold this one dictionary. It's like your standard like 1960s, 70s Webster dictionary, but it had a built-in book stand. I'm gonna try and put up a picture of one up on here. Probably not mine, but one I can find. Sold that thing for like 225, 250 or something like that. Had a weird look. It was really neat though. But anyway, so what I did, I went to eBay. I typed in dictionary. I clicked on the sold filter. So we're only looking at things that have actually sold. And then we sorted from highest to lowest to see what are the most valuable dictionaries that have sold on eBay in the last 90 days. So if there's anything over 90 days, it's not in the search results. But we found some cool stuff. We found a couple of themes that we're going to be talking about today. Just kind of taking a deep dive, learning what types of dictionaries should you actually be looking for. Student dictionaries, not so much, obviously. But there are some things to be on the lookout for. Potential places you can make money in this category that normally there isn't a lot of value. So, number 5 on our list from 1866 was this Turkish Arabic Persian dictionary. Sold for $500 plus $10 shipping. So, pretty cool. Something to know here. The earlier, the better on dictionaries. The older you can get them, the more likely it is they're going to be worth money. If the dictionary is just 50 years old, honestly, just even 100 years old is really kind of like getting to that point where it's not that old. But if we're talking anything that's like 150, 200, 500 years old, that's great. So, 1866, where is that at? Like 150 years old? That's a great place to be. 1866, Turkish, Arabic, Persian dictionary, $500 plus shipping. Number 4 on our list was a very old English German dictionary. I tried to look all over this thing, the listing everywhere. I couldn't find a date on it. But just in general, old dictionaries, like we talked about earlier, do very good. Also, things that are not just English typically do better, like your English German dictionaries, your English Spanish dictionaries, things like that that have multiple languages in them, or even just like not English, because we're here in America and we see lots of English dictionaries. We see less Korean dictionaries. We see less Japanese dictionaries. So those things might hold a little bit more value typically than just your standard English dictionary. And here we got two languages, English and German. Put them together, make it really old, sell it for $695 plus shipping. Number 3 on our list. And I saw a lot of these selling. Some of these I think were reprinted. Some of these are like more original to the time period. But this is your Samuel Johnson English Dictionary from 1775. Very nice copy of this, sold for $1,000 plus shipping. I actually saw some other copies of this show up in the top 5, but this was the most expensive one, so that is why I picked it here. And absolutely great. Condition, of course, is very, very important when you start talking about these older books and these very valuable books. Once we start getting up to that $1,000 mark, like condition. So stinking important. Number 2 on our list. I also saw a ton of these when I was kind of researching. This was the most expensive one that had sold in the last 90 days, but there were lots that had sold a little bit less than this. And it was from the year 2000, so fairly recently, the Oxford Dictionary 20 volume set. I'd never seen these before. I don't know if it's just because I live in Oklahoma. We don't have that many words here, but like a 20 volume set dictionary, like absolutely massive. They're blue, they're printed from different years. That didn't seem to matter too much for the value. Condition did seem to be very important. This thing sold for $1,200 plus $135 shipping. And this is also true. Like anytime I see large sets of things like this, like now generally your encyclopedia sets aren't worth that much. Some can be really good. But in general, if I start seeing large sets of things that are very specific, like this dictionary here, I start thinking, is there money in that? Because a lot of times there's money in that type of stuff. And last but not least, number 1 on our list, The classic, the most infamous dictionary out there, in my opinion, 1828 Webster's Dictionary, actual first edition, no a Webster original, $3,999.95. So really cool to see that, kind of like an iconic piece of like really dictionary history. Because me personally, and I know a lot of other people, you hear dictionary, you think Webster's. So anyways, these have been the top 5 selling dictionaries on eBay in the last 90 days. I have lots of other quick videos like this on my channel. I do have a playlist if you want to go check them out. Just kind of take a deep, quick dive into these specific categories, kind of get some quick nuggets of information. Check out those videos. But until next time, I'll see you later. Goodbye.